Rural Americans deserve access to the best our nation has to offer, especially when it comes to health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families' health. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
It is indeed the Anthony Cumia Show, and my God, what is happening? Every single week, every single Sunday, I come on and I go, this cannot get any crazier. We are at a level of insanity that just can't be beaten. And then I come on the next Sunday and we beat it. We have won. We are winning in the insanity. Ladies and gentlemen, all the ships at sea, we're at war. Beep, beep, beep. We are at war, apparently, or maybe not, or somewhat. A lot of people are saying this is war. There have been plenty of military actions a lot of the other presidents have taken over the course of the years that didn't amount to war. People looked at it as military actions. I read something today that I was like, this can't be true. The last time Congress actually declared war was World War II. You might have heard of it. And every other military action we've done after that wasn't an actual United States of America congressionally approved declaration of war. So this has been going on for quite some time. And it seems a lot of politicians, celebrities, amazing with the celebrities not knowing, but politicians not really understanding the War Powers Act and the authority that the president does have to have the military go in and conduct an operation exactly like this. Now, look, I know I'm going to catch crap from both sides here. This is a very, very touchy situation. But, I'm looking forward to hearing from everybody. Our phones are already lit up. And, a lot of people are going to have opinions that other people do not agree with. And how could that possibly be a bad thing in 2026? We're all so tolerant to each other's views when we don't agree with them. Oh, my God. But me personally, based on Iran's actions over decades upon decades, I'm not busted up about this. I'm not all broken up about this one. I was a wee lad of 18, I believe, when the Shah of Iran was thrown out, and the Islamic Ayatollah and the mullahs took over Iran, and they did in high fashion in '79, taking American hostages for over a year, well over a year during the Carter administration. This is how long that's been going on. I was listening to Rock the Casbah by The Clash, and I'm like, boy, this has been going on for a long time. That song is awesome. And I'm like, yeah, that was because of this. It's actually still this. So it's been going on a long time. There have been so many instances of violence against the United States directly, the military. And why? Why did we feel we had to give Iran a pass for so many? Yeah, there's been some bombings and some of those embargoes and all the other nonsense political means that politicians use to go, no, 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 now, the finger wag. And but no one ever really went, let's just kill the entire power base of Iran until the other day, till Friday night. That's when Trump and Netanyahu decided, yeah, let's just get rid of this. Let's just get rid of the problem here. And the Democrats just could not be more crotchety about this whole thing. I've been reading so many X posts and other social media posts from Democrats and liberals that are just giving Obama these glowing reviews of how he took care of it. Hey, he had Iran sign a no nuclear proliferation bill, and we had crews going in there to make sure that they weren't building nuclear weapons or enriching uranium or that yellow cake stuff that sounds delicious. But they were like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to handle it. Did anyone think Iran was adhering to any of that? And they're like, Trump just ripped it up and now he's bombing them. Well, again, you will have plenty of opportunity to chime in on what you think the reasoning is or what have you. But like I said, I'm not busted up about it. I think, we looked at a few instances over the course of the years when the Iranian people were trying to fight back, protests, and they had some, the Arab Spring in the Middle East, and a few of the Iranian people decided it was time to let the government know that they weren't happy with the way it was being run. And, a pre-Ayatollah Iran was an amazing place. There are photos and videos, and look, I'll say it, amazingly hot women in Iran. I don't know what happened. Decades of wearing a burqa may have done some damage, but some of those videos from the 70s, they're wearing mini skirts. They're on college campuses, like regular girls. And that all came to a screeching halt. And you would think liberals and Democrats would be amongst the people going, that was freedom, especially for women. Everyone talks about how horribly women are treated in the awful misogynistic United States of America. And then you look at Iran, women get sexually assaulted there and they are imprisoned because they probably believe they must have done something. Don't go out wearing that. You look like a hua. That's their attitude over there. And, there's a few schools of thought there. Hey, it's none of our business. I get that. I can't disagree with, the United States. We're not the world police. We're not here to make sure every country adheres to our ethics and morality. But then when you see people on the left talking about world events and affairs and geopolitics, and they're saying that this country or that country or even the United States is treating its people like crap, and women are treated like garbage. And then you look at a country like Iran and you see it is beyond all reason. I mean, anything that happens that people feel is some kind of oppression of women here in the United States, it doesn't even come close to what's going on over there. You haven't seen a good oppression of women until you see a stoning for, showing an ankle. So that's going on. So I can't really see why people are all busted up about it unless, it turns into a protracted Afghani-style war where it's a quagmire. We don't know what we're there for. And this happens. Look, I'm not saying it can't happen. Even with Trump president having promised that there won't be any of these protracted new wars. So a strike like this, cutting off the head of the regime, and then they try to replace the head, and then that guy gets killed. We do have to spend a little time tonight. I don't care how you feel about Israel. Their intelligence and logistics is insane. Insane. We saw what they did with those beepers, and now I'm reading stories that they had Mossad dentists doing dental work on some of these bigwigs in Iran and planting tracking devices in their teeth. Now, that sounds a little outlandish. It could be the fog of war and nonsense. But, you know, after the pager thing, I don't know. Maybe they are that good. And to get all of the upper echelon of Iran into one place like that, where they could just bomb, like they're hanging out like the cast of Friends. They're all together in a flat, just having a good time. And then the bombs start dropping. Break it up a little bit, guys. What are you doing? Why are you all hanging out together? Not a good move. Not a healthy move on the part of the Iranian brass. But from the looks of some of the reconnaissance and some of the videos that they put out, just devastating. A devastating attack on the command and control and upper echelon. Trump is talking that they've taken out some of their Navy. Now, I don't even know what that entails. I've seen some of the speedboats they have. You know, I don't know about any big cruisers or gunships, but apparently they've been taking that out. Operations are still ongoing, and we'll see what happens. I start bitching about it when I see signs of a protracted, long-term conflict in Iran, boots on the ground type stuff that we know is going to go on for quite some time, and seeing the logistics put in place by politician-owned food distributors and water and toilets like we saw in Iraq. I don't want to see that. And I will say something. Yeah, don't test me, Trump. I'll say something about it. But right now, like I said, not too busted up about it.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.